Hello everyone. As it happens, I've been waiting patiently for an update about Otter Dynasty. Been waiting ever so patiently. You deserve to know why I'm going on with Otter Dynasty yet again, so I'll answer to you. I've been rewatching some of the episodes, and as established before in my video about Let's Talk About Otter Dynasty, I'm still hoping for a second season. Of course, not only that, I've also been wondering what will happen with Eva and Sasha's alliance, and the fate of Olivia's dynasty, and this part I gotten curious about.
On each of them, I suddenly realize one is missing.
I know Olivia's established that her clan is the largest on the island of Rivers, known as Singapore, but should a matriarch pay attention to everyone and everything within the clan? And of course, like the video about Let's Talk About Otter Dynasty, many of you would think that the narrations is cheesy and monotonous, but when you watch more of the show, more things start to unfold in front of you, like compared to what you see in the first episode, like a 7-layer dip. But through the binge watching of Otter Dynasty, many of you may tell me otherwise, but I'm liking Eva, White Whiskers, and Sasha better than Olivia. Yeah, because when I mentioned about the 7-layer dip, like when I first saw Olivia, like in the first episode, I thought she'd be like a loving queen, but as we watch more of it, she becomes more ruthless, hypocritical, and greedy. And to pile it on, I love the character Sasha. When Olivia established that Sasha was her favorite, I was originally in for it all the way. But when Sasha betrays her by mating with a mud paw named Hunter, needless to say, I was very shocked and skeptical about it. But Olivia showed a little bit more leniency at first, until Sasha forcibly abandoned her litter of pups in order to find Hunter. But in my conundrum video about the Otter Dynasty pregnancy, where I mentioned that there was more of an ulterior reason of why Sasha did what she did, it turns out in the 4th episode, Sasha's relationship with Olivia wasn't as healthy as the latter originally established. When she breaks her silence, she laments that her mother's voice was all that she heard her entire life, and when she had finally set herself free from her. Because originally, prior to when she said her name, I never knew who she was talking about. But when she realized that she was talking about Olivia, everything was coming together really. With me establishing that her relationship with Olivia wasn't as healthy as she said it was, along with everything else. It's what led her to be driven away from her Otter clan, of course. To talk more about Sasha's betrayal for a little bit, well, it's established that certain groups of Malams can only have one matriarch in a clan. Even Olivia may have established it in the 3rd episode of Otter Dynasty. I mean, when you think about it, if Sasha had mated with a mud paw named Hunter and hadn't returned to Olivia, I mean, there's a reason for it. I mean, whether or not Olivia knew about the whole mating thing in the first place. Through all of this, do I often feel that Sasha would have been better off if she would have waited for Olivia to pass on in order to have pups? Well, relatively yes, but who's to say she wasn't doing all of it because she was looking for something she couldn't find? I mean, where I mentioned, her ulterior reason was to get away from her mother. What ended up happening in the second episode is that Hunter abandoned her temporarily to go back to his original family, but. But originally, when I first saw the 2nd episode, I thought Hunter basically used Sasha in order to get information on the place that she grew up. But it turns out in the 3rd episode, Hunter never even betrayed Sasha at all because he left his original family to go back to Sasha, be a proper mate for her, and be a proper father to her pups. Of course, Sasha does find out Munter's hot paw status eventually, but it turns out it doesn't change how she feels about him, because they end up being sharing the same crazy boat as she does, a severe hatred for Olivia. While it is relatively feasible that Olivia raised Sasha to be spoiled like the rest of her pups, and possibly ferocious, but for what I've noticed, Sasha herself it is different from the rest of the Bay City clan, because from what I understand, she chose to be different. In the fifth episode of Otter Dynasty, she reunites with her mate Hunter, of course, and she meets the child empress of the Mudpaw named Nightflame, who took on the position of empress after White Whiskers died. Instead of going full-fledged violence on the empress, she offers to join her group. Of course, Nightflame happily accepts it because like I said, she along with the rest of the Mudpaws share the same hatred for Olivia as Sasha does. It may seem like a passive-aggressive way to get back at her mother for stealing her pups, as Sasha explains, and figuring out a way to enrage Olivia, of course. But I mean, originally you would think betraying Olivia would be enough, but I mean, since Sasha believes since Sasha mentions that Olivia believes that she can control everything with brutality, nothing is ever enough for her. I mean, I would often say, in Sasha's defense, if she were to take her pups with her, but since Olivia made one of them her newest heir, she'd probably go after them and kill Sasha and take back her grandpups. However, it didn't stop her from regretting that decision. I mean, but the thing is, where I mentioned Sasha being different, in the beginning of the series, Olivia mentions her being sweet yet strong-willed. This is especially so, for the latter part, being strong-willed about when she joins the Mudpaws and relatively enjoys it, but realizes she can't make any more babies as long as Nightflame is the Empress. But and originally, as established in some way, she chooses to be non-confrontational, in every way, shape, and form. That is, until Eva, Olivia's adversary, makes Sasha an offer she couldn't refuse. And this offer happens to be an alliance to join her group to go to war against Olivia and her clan, so she can reclaim her pups. Of course, that does sound like a really good deal when you think about it, especially when Sasha declares in the 6th episode that when she returns, Olivia will be dead, and Nightflame will be introduced to Sasha's pups. Of course, based on that, it basically tells me that Olivia didn't disown Sasha. Sasha disowned Olivia. More on Olivia. Where I mentioned at the beginning of the video that she becomes increasingly greedy and selfish, this extends to the fact that in the 6th episode she wants to expand her turf all the way up to the Lawless Sea in Singapore. I mean, basically all what that is telling me, she insinuates that her latest heir, will be all safe and secure for generations to come, especially when the dynasty increases. But when she does this, expanding her turf, it tells me that a lot of otters will be left homeless because of her greed, and will ironically create more enemies for her clan. Moreover, she even makes a mate out of Eva's latest mate, Blake. I mean, which turned out to be a mistake, because he ends up fleeing when she decides to set him free as a prisoner. Of course, I think after all, all those the terrible behaviors that Olivia displays, one thing that she ended up failing to realize, if something is too good to be true, it probably is. Another thing is, if she would have realized that being constantly betrayed was an option, she wouldn't have done all those things in the first place, now would she? Probably making like making like Sasha and Aaron Sasha and Aaron prior to betraying her, prior to her betrayal, and making Blake a new mate out of her, basically like softening her up in order to let her guard down so he can escape. Of course, like when she makes one of one of Sasha's pups named Bella her newest heir, like she was basically a pup when Sasha when Olivia made that decision. Of course, I mean, whether or not she wanted to Mulder to be as ruthless as she is, she's basically going off the decision she's decides to make the decision because Bella's too young to breed and therefore would be safe, and that's just pathetic when you think about it. Many of you may think it's unrealistic of me to think to talk ill about a whole lot of animals, but truth be told, and a lot of times many people may think that it's only a TV show, but truth be told, for the former, the narrators give the otters their own personality, similar to that of humans, that so much so that we forget that they're just animals to begin with. More so on the fact it's no different than any other fictional movie or TV show that involved talking animals. As for the latter, when people would often tell me it's only a TV show, I have to tell you, I haven't heard that excuse before. All right, I'm establishing such things because lately I've begun to realize that fantasy and reality aren't mutually exclusive as you would think. I mean, when a lot of you have watched kids shows in the past, they often there'd often be instances where they would talk about serious issues in life. Of course, it's not limited to anything death in the family, divorce in the family, or any other terminal related illness. It often goes with the fact about how certain people behave in real life. When you see crime documentary shows, they often feature people. They feature people having different personality disorders, or having manipulative tactics or whatever, or using violence or fear to control something, and which of course turns out to be not so good in the end because when it comes to all this, wanting to control someone through fear, lying, gaslighting, anger, brutality, to name a few, can in no way work in your favor. Moving on to the talk about renewing Otter Dynasty for season 2. What I've gotten curious about is when you see a lot of reruns coming on the channel where it came from, you would think there would be some advertising about another season and everything. It doesn't help that when I try looking at Otter Dynasty Wikipedia for info about the show and everything, how you look it up for every show and everything, the Bichon Otter family is what appears. Nor does this help much with with it not being not yet renewed, which has been like that for over a year now. Nor does looking up Otter Dynasty on Common Sense Media help anything when it gives me a lot of these stuff about different dynasty shows, but nothing about Otter Dynasty. However, I was asking some questions on Google, is Otter Dynasty coming back? And these answers say that it is. Honestly, I don't know how accurate it is, especially with the trying question of when is it coming back. I'm only telling you what I see here, and what you guys see. It just doesn't make any sense that they would just end the 6th episode of Otter Dynasty on a cliffhanger and not give us anything else. If anything, it just paves the way for more seasons. Alright, well, thank you for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, press the thumbs up button and subscribe for more videos. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I'll catch you all in my next video.